What is up, Light Fam? Welcome to another video. My name is David, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing money, 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 money. Are you guys trying to attract more money in 2020? We are going to get into how to attract money and manifest your dreams. We will even explore the law of attraction, or LOA as it's affectionately known. So let's get into it. Money in 2020. And you already know the drill. I've got 4 steps for you. Alright guys, so as usual, if you are new to the channel, please click that subscribe button. Let's grow this spiritual community together. Also, smash that notification bell so you don't miss any of the new content. You never know, one of these videos may end up being the answer to some of your spiritual questions. And without further ado, let's get right into the content. Step number 1, have a positive mindset about money. You can't have a negative perception about money and try to be vibrationally aligned with it at the same time. The further down the spiritual rabbit hole you go, you start walking and having your existence through the concept of unity. So now you see, you know, those C notes, those $100 bills that are out there, those are just other pieces of you. Those are extensions of you. So if you're thinking in unity, but then you're thinking that the money is evil or bad, money is the root of all evil or whatever that nonsense is, then that's a piece of you that is bad. And so that's not vibrationally congruent. Money is not the root of all evil. Money is a tool that helps you live your best life as an infinite divine being trying to be the best that you can be in this physical experience. Money allows you to eat healthy, take care of yourself, not have stress because you're not worried about survival. And you're able to now be a blessing to everyone that you love. Not just monetarily, but you're able to put out a positive vibe to everyone that you love because you're not stressed out. So money is a tool that builds up and proliferates yourself and everyone around you. So those old cliches, money is the root of all evil, money doesn't grow on trees, just that statement by itself suggests that money is scarce, and it suggests that it's more valuable than you, which suggests that it would be on a pedestal. And anything that's on a pedestal is on a higher vibration than your perception of yourself. And again, you're not vibrationally congruent, so you're not going to experience that. We've got to get all of these old cliches about money out of our mindscape if we want to experience abundance. Money doesn't buy happiness, which it doesn't. Happiness is an inside job, but you see how there has to be all of these cliches that are negative about about money. So you need to start thinking in terms of unity. All of that money that is out there in the world, that's just an extension of you. The same as the trees, the same as the sand, the same as the birds, the same as the ocean. They're all just extensions of you. And when you view it as just another extension of you, coming on home and uniting with you, integrating with your vibration, it's a lot easier to coexist with that extension of yourself than it is to try to, manifest and attract and all of this type of stuff. You simply experience that which is already you. Step number 2, stop putting money on a pedestal. I alluded to this in the previous step. As I just said, if something is on a pedestal, your perception of it is that it is higher than you. It's better than you. And then all of that self-sabotaging head trash starts to come in. You start using words like deserve. You start using words like worthy. Did I earn it? All of that is nonsense, and it gets in the way of you simply experiencing it because you're not on the same vibration as it. Even you guys out there using your affirmations, I am a money magnet, money comes easy to me. think about what you're saying. If it has to come to you, you don't currently have it. If you have to be a magnet, you have to bring it from somewhere else. If your perception of yourself is absolute abundance, and that is the vibration that you are radiating, then the only thing that you can experience is absolute abundance. You've got to live in the present now. In the present now, you are absolute abundance. And the only thing that you will experience, because it's part of your belief system, is absolute abundance. You've got to remember that what you are experiencing, there is no out there. There's no out there for you to have to attract anything from. There's no out there. There's only in here. Your environment is a mirror of your internal belief system. So you don't have to be a magnet for money. You are money. You are money. That's what you will experience. It doesn't have to come easily to you because you already are it. All you have to do is simply experience it. So really pay attention to the language that you're using. You guys talk in the future tense a lot. Oh, I know it's coming. Well, that means you don't have it now. Oh, I'm going to receive. Well, if you have to receive it, you don't have it now. Everything is the now. You have it now. I really believe in the phrase act as if. Act as if, believe it, and you simply experience it. Step number 3, become absolute abundance. Now, I mentioned this a little bit in the previous step here. For you guys that like to do affirmations, sit in meditation. Get into that deep theta state. Theta is the vibration that your subconscious is on. Your subconscious is in charge of your internal belief system, and your internal belief system is what you will experience. Your subconscious, which is represented by the heart, communicates directly with the quantum field. So you guys that love affirmations so much, sit in affirmations, sit in meditation, and say, I am absolute abundance. And see yourself, see that frequency just going out. Feel the emotions of absolute abundance and make that your self-identity. I am. The 2 strongest words in the universe, because anything that comes after that, that's your self-identity. Your self-identity is the strongest manifester that there is, because whatever you perceive yourself to be is what your physical reality will mirror back to you as evidence that your belief system is correct. So identify that you are absolute abundance. And think about that word that I just used, absolute. That means 100% pure abundance. There's no give, there's no leeway there. It's one thing. It can't be anything else. There can't be any lack involved in that. It's 100% pure abundance, and that becomes your self-identity. And guys, I promise you that you do not have to work as hard as some of the people you idolize on social media would have you believe. You know, if you follow Gary Vee, he says you got to work your face off, right? The Rock, hardest worker in the room, you know, and the list goes on of all the memes that are out there. I'm not going to tell you that you don't have to put in the effort, but you really don't have to work as hard as you would think if you employ the larger part of yourself, the unseen part of yourself. The physical part of yourself is the tip of the iceberg. The rest of the iceberg that is under the water, that's your etheric self. You have a large team in the unseen that is supporting you, and you are consciousness. You're a conscious creator. So you can consciously create and experience, or vibrationally align with the reality that you wish to experience, put in the action to get you into that physical reality, but you don't have to work your face off. As a matter of fact, I would say when you take consistent baby steps, the universe matches those baby steps times 5. And you just give thanks that you've already experienced it. Really feel that gratitude of having already experienced it. that tells your brain it's past tense. There's no, is it going to happen? Am I going to receive it? Am I worthy of receiving it? You give thanks, it's already happened. Your brain stamps it as past tense. So there's no way it can get off track there. Give thanks, you've already experienced. Put in whatever action is necessary, which is usually pretty minimal, to experience it, and then you simply experience it. You don't have to create and manifest and all of that stuff. That's a lot of work. We're not here to work harder. We're here to work smarter. And when you start employing the unseen portion of yourself and not so much of your physical work, you will really multiply the abundance that you wish to experience. Step number 4, create a future you that is already rich. And you want to integrate that rich future you into your current reality. So meditation is a great place to do this. Sit in meditation. As I mentioned in the previous step, get on that theta brain wave so that your subconscious is in a state of allowing. Basically, any data that you feed your subconscious on that wavelength goes straight into your internal belief system. So this is where imagination really comes into play. Imagination is the catalyst of creation. So you really visualize yourself having already attained those goals. Make it a completely separate entity in your mind. And then while sitting in meditation, invite that entity into your space. It's the future you, the rich, abundant you. Would that abundant you be healthier, happier? What would that abundant you say to you? Would that rich, abundant you approve of your daily actions? Are your daily actions getting you closer to integrating with that future rich self? Are your habits on par, vibrationally aligned with becoming who you want to be in the future? What about the relationships that you have? And really take this a step further and see that future you strolling into your job, having a conversation with your boss or anyone else that you can think of. What would that conversation be like? And think about the difference of that conversation from where you are now and what that rich future self would be. And the idea is to bridge that gap. What step can you take to bridge that gap, at least by one baby step, and then let the universe match that? And the more that you make this future self an actual, entity, this is where the imagination really is worth its weight in gold. Eventually, the physical brain stops knowing the difference between the future you and the current you, and it just starts to assume that your current reality is one of abundance, that person that you created, that future you. And then your internal belief system starts reflecting back that physical evidence of what you are internally believing. And so this is a great way to integrate the future rich, abundant you to your current situation. And really have fun with this. Get creative with this. You can even make those, have you ever seen those wristbands that, what would Jesus do? What would my future self do? Keep, really go the extra step to really make this a tangible, real thing until you're actually living that future abundant entity that you've created. Make a wristband that says, what would my future self do? And that will allow you to kind of stay vibrationally on track with where you want to go. And it gets a little bit tougher to get off track if you're holding yourself accountable, or if your future self is holding you accountable. All right, guys, so thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Let's have a little bit of fun. Why don't you guys leave down in the comment an actual dollar amount of the money that you're trying to experience in the now for 2020. I'd love to see the figures that you guys come up with. If you found value in the content, please click that like button, click the subscribe button, If you know anyone that might be struggling financially, they're trying to up their game financially, send them this video. You may make a positive impact in their life. And click that notification bell so you don't miss the next video. I do post twice a week to the channel, and I don't want you to miss any of the new content. Thank you so much, guys. As always, light, love, and abundance to all that are watching and to all you love. Peace, guys.